Good morning, judges. Good morning, everyone who held responsibility for these competitions. This house believes that the dynasty politics brings more losses than benefits. This shows a lack of confidence in political leaders who have shouldered a great responsibilities, with reasons such as their fathers have served, their mothers have been in power, or even their ancestors who were once high-ranking government officials a long time ago. In other words, this House has adopted the elections that carried out by the system that has been implemented for years and years and still counting. Living in the democratic country has led anyone to expressing their opinions and even choosing the government structure. It will be easier for the people to judge the outcome of the government if the people already found out who they are. The opposition says that the one who held the responsible should be educated. But aren't you trying to say that the political dynasty are less educated? How can you conclude that? Having an experienced family means having more than one sources to be studied, especially about the life situations on a country. Asking about how chaotic it is, or even use their family experience for the next generations of them if they're being selected, of course. It's an unlimited privilege, I think, and probably they want to share it with the people. And many people agree with that opinions. And no one, not any schools on this world has taught any of an experience. Experience were taught by time. Bringing the name of their ancestors or family during the elections is not a problem. Why? We're here talking about the government. It's a bucket full of strict rules and laws and strict regulations. The opposition says that the law could be reconstructed, but the opposition also says that the state official should be the one who educated rightly. Changing the law is not that simple. It's demanding a long-term discussions of the state's office, asking for hundreds of agreements, hundreds of signs, and the one who agreed should be the one who educated because they are placed in the government. And that's how people will gain trust for the government. If there's a corruptions, will people see who their family is? Yes, they will. But the truth is, a human alone itself who will decide who will they become. Who will they want to be? Will they be the corruptor, or will they be a leader who held their responsibility rightly? The history has written, tons of civil war has happened. And it's all enough to prove that a nepotism is not always being hard to criticize. A family dynasty is not always that hard to criticize because of the family genetics, or it's something that bond by the blood, but at the end, they're a human alone with a different opinions, different mind, and different ideas to do. They're old enough to run the states, mature enough to think about what will they become, the consequences and the future predictions that what will happen with the state if they did something without thinking. Based on the data, the elections of the state has successfully achieved more than 90% voice of the people, and it shows that the government were still being selected by the people, not the same as what the opposition says about an inequality between people and the government. They had been given a name. They're the one who had to choose, and it will count openly. People could see the count by themselves. People could access the count by themselves. People could see who will win the elections and who will lose at the elections. And it's all back again with their selections. If anyone vote because of their favoritism, then let them be. It's their choices. It's the democratic. People have to express their opinions. If they choose because it's their favorite or because of particular reasons, let them be. Because that's how the democracy works. It shows that they're not affected by anyone. And the truth is, in every year, the corruption is not even going less. And even worse, it's grown. It's grown into a bad version of corruptions. The corruptions also not just happen in the country who has held the political dynasty. It's happening all around the world. And it happened in so many circumstances. You cannot decide that a political dynasty make the corruption percentage will go higher. It's all about the lack of responsibility between anyone and their empathy as a human. The dynasties of politics are not always pointing about how those people are connected or controlled by one families or one person as they're related with blood. It could also mean about the professionalism of anyone and even a big pressure with the names behind they held. Not all the dynasties political could be linked with the inequality of people and the government, because at the end, the government is run by a human who has the highest vote in the state and who are the people who has the highest number with the people. They still have to work and turns their brain how to get the people's attentions, how to get people's heart, and how to think about how to let these people turns into a better state. They still have to think about how do I bring my family's name in a good way. Thank you, judges. Thank you, participants.